welcome from Sacramento, California, Brandon Flawless Gonzales.
All right, I like it.
Now, funny thing is, they're saying Sacramento, but aren't you from Oregon?
I was born in Oregon, yeah.
Now, talk to me about the Gonzales, because clearly your father's Mexican, right?
Right.
Why don't you use that for your benefit? Especially, I mean, in the boxing, I mean, people would probably cling to you if they knew you were Mexican.
My last name says it all, Gonzales. I mean, I'm stuck with it, so I mean, it's not that I don't use it. It's part of me, so it is what I am.
Well, you're going to have to throw a flag on your shorts or something, man, and start giving some Spanish interviews. But I'm so excited to do this interview. Thank you for taking the time out, because I've been watching so much tape on Degale. I feel like a trainer right now. What do you think of your opponent, man?
I think he's a good fighter. You know, he's awkward, southpaw, athletic. So that in itself presents its own problems. But I think we got a good game plan that we're working on in camp. It's going to come out, and we're going to be victorious come May 31st.
Now, I'm not a superstitious guy or anything, but do you feel, I don't know, do you get a little nervous that your trainer Virgil has had a couple of rough nights consecutively?
I mean, you got to treat each athlete individually. You know what I mean? Every matchup is different, you know, so you're going to have wins and losses. That's part of the business, especially when you're competing at this level. You know, anything can happen on any given night. So, you know, I take it's an individual case with every boxer. So, you know, we're looking forward. We're confident going into May 31st, man, and I can't wait.
Now, I want to take you back to the Astouzian fight, because I want to ask you, why didn't you protest the loss?
You know,
the draw, because I had you winning that fight, so I meant to say the draw, not the loss. Why didn't you protest that or something? Could anything have been done, and did you try every avenue?
You know, I didn't, to be honest with you. You know, we kind of moved forward. It was, that was something we didn't pursue for whatever reason. But we moved forward. And, we're moving forward full steam ahead at this point. So that fight's in the past. You know, I've been told over and over. A lot of people felt I wanted to fight. I thought I wanted to fight. But it's boxing, man, so these decisions happen, and you got to learn from the mistakes, and that's kind of the mindset we got moving forward. Is not to leave it in the air like that.
Okay. Now, tell me what prompted the decision to move with Gary Shaw.
It's a decision me and my manager James Prince made. Sat down collectively with the offers that we had on the table, and the team decided Gary was the best fit for the situation, and I think he proved that. He basically broke with this IBF deal for the title eliminator, and I'm happy. So I'm in a good place right now. Yeah,
Gary's a good guy. He's always managed to get his fighters on HBO without a problem. Everybody could be having their cold wars, but Gary slips his guys in there. He's done great for Chad Dawson when Chad Dawson was with him, and many other guys. I mean, look at how many times Delorme's been on HBO.
Mm-hmm.
But in 2008, I want to take you a little further back now. In 2008,
I'm not going to remember back that far, man. We into 2014, 18, back all the way to 08?
I'm sure you're going to remember. Because this clearly was a very important decision in your life where you chose not to go to the Olympics. And I want to know, because I didn't follow your amateur career, I wanted to know what division did you campaign at, and was your decision not to go to the Olympics because of Ward?
No, he was already professional by that time. 2008, man, it was a situation where I was at with my family. I was my wife, which is my girlfriend now. She's getting ready to have our first child together. So it's just kind of where I was at in life, and I had made the decision to turn pro and start, making money to provide for my family, and that's pretty much the route I took at that point. But I was number one rated light heavyweight contender, and I was looking forward to moving to the Olympic spot, but again, things changed, and that's the route I decided to take at that point.
Now, I mentioned Ward, and clearly I was wrong on that. But speaking of him, do the comparisons to him, or the constant mention, like it seems like when they mention you, they mention him, and vice versa because of the similarities and the trainer. Does that bother you at all, or do you embrace it?
I don't really get a lot of it, to be honest with you. A lot of people don't make the comparison. I mean, we have the same trainer. I've known Andre. I've been working with Andre for years now. But I don't really get the comparison too much from the media, or I don't really get it.
So you don't think you guys have a similar style?
I mean, we have similar attributes, I'd say, with the speed, boxing thing similarities. But a lot of boxers do. So I mean, using the left hand jab, but that's basic boxing, and then our natural athleticism. I like to use my athleticism, whether it's coming forward or boxing off the back foot. So I can see how the comparison can be there, but again, I don't really get to get it in interviews or when I'm in conversation with people that I fight like them. I don't get it.
Okay. Well, let's move back to Degale because I'm interested to see your thoughts on as far as him and his left hook, because it's again, he's a guy that has deceptive power. Some may consider that he doesn't, but all the tape that I've watched, when he hits someone with that left hook, they stop coming forward until I guess they get their bearings together. Have you taken notice to his left hook?
I haven't studied a lot of film at this point. I know Virgil has. Virgil, he expressed to me that he's seen probably almost every single one of Degale's fights. So I know the things that we're working on is based on the strategy that we're going to be taking into the fight. So, as the fight gets closer, I usually start peeking at film a little bit to, pick up certain things. But, again, I leave that to Virg, and he develops the game plan, and we kind of just drill on it inside of the gym. So, but I know he has good power. I know that he has good speed, movement and agility and things like that. But, yeah, so moving forward, I haven't really focused on too much of it yet.
And I'm sorry, I meant right. It's a right hook.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, southpaw, but I mean, you throw a loop and left, so.
Yeah. But, I mean, this is a very important fight. Not only is it the IBF eliminator, but it's also going to be a barometer fight for him and you. Well, not in my eyes, because I had you easily winning fucking Astuzzi, and I'm upset that you didn't get that win. But, in this Degale fight, he's got a lot of hype. I mean, this guy, when he was 11-0, he fought George Groves, and the house was packed. He's coming, you're going into the Wimbledon. It's going to be 80,000. I mean, is any of that going to affect the performance?
No, you got to embrace.
They're clearly not going to be cheering for you ever, and he doesn't even have to land the punch. And judges can be swayed because of that. Yeah, absolutely. You got to understand the situation you're walking into. You're walking into, I don't want to say enemy lines, because I've gotten a lot of support through social media from the UK fans. I mean, tremendous support actually. That's welcoming to know that there's a lot of UK people out there, and I'm excited. And you got to embrace these types of situations. You're talking about 80,000 people in Wembley Stadium. That's a huge event over there. You don't see this type of attendance probably in the last 20 years in a boxing show. So, I'm excited, man. I'm extremely motivated for this, and I can't wait to get over there. I mean, you got to throw all that stuff out the window, because when it comes down to it, it's just me and James Degale inside the ring, and that's where you dictate what the outcome is. I'm going to pass you to my co-host, Vic. You there?
Yeah, I just got a few more questions. Obviously, how are you preparing to deal with 80,000 people? I mean, that's something that not many people get to fight in front of, and best believe they're all going to be there up and early. So this isn't a Mayweather fight where people aren't coming into the main event. They're going to be there. So, I mean, how do you deal with something like that? I mean, how do you prepare for something like that?
This is the main event, in my opinion. I mean, you got two hungry lions. I'm undefeated. I think even James, I think he feels he's undefeated. I don't believe he think he lost George Groves. So I'm in the prime of my career. So you don't prepare for 80,000 people. You prepare for what's in front of you, and that's George Groves. I mean, you can't. There's no way you can prepare for that type of atmosphere, but you don't focus on it. You know what I mean? You have to go in there and you focus as the guy standing across from you, sticking to the game plan that we got set and executing, and and just making it and taking over from round one to round two. You know, if you allow the crowd to get involved, and that's by letting letting James do what he wants to do, and that's not the mindset that we have going in the ring. I have full confidence that we're going to completely take over the fight from round one to finish. So that's what I'm focusing on, and I'll break the situation before and after, definitely after, but until that final bell rings, my only focus is one person instead of 80,000.
Now, you think that you can sway some of the people there into rooting for you? I mean, we've seen it on different occasions when guys go to enemy territory and they put on the show that you have no choice but to root for the guy.
Yeah, no, I can't wait to get out there and perform in front of the UK fans. I've heard they're some of the most loyal fans in boxing. They appreciate the sport, the art of boxing as well is what I'm going to bring. I think they're going to love it. Matter of fact, I know they're going to love it because the type of performance I'm going to put on, they're not going to have much of a choice but to embrace me. And if I have to make a second trip back to the UK, then they're going to be even more welcoming the next time.
Well, it seems like you're angling for that winner of Froch Groves too. I mean, obviously the IBF mandatory if you win that fight. So right. Is that the goal, to get the winner of that fight? Absolutely. I mean, it's the two-fight plan. This is why you have to take this opportunity to go run over there and everything that's at risk. I'm the higher rated contender, and I'm going over to his backyard to fight. But again, you can't turn down these type of opportunities to perform to this type of audience. So absolutely, that's the plan, is to win this title eliminator, and then we'll be looking forward to the winner of Froch and Grove. And if, obviously, looking from the outside in, do you think that's a fight HBO would pick up? I mean, I was hoping they would have got behind and supported this one. I think it would have been a great opportunity to put this on their network. Again, it's a great fight, you know what I mean? So, and I think definitely they're not going to have a choice but to put this one on. They're going to want to put this on after May 31st. Now, obviously, going overseas, going into some guy's backyard, 80,000 people, if it goes vice versa, the guy on the road doesn't seem to get a fair shake. How does Brandon Gonzales plan to deal with getting a fair shake with judges and hometown cooking and things like that? You just have to dominate. You have to seize the moment, basically. You know what I mean? From start to finish, you have to leave. There's no question in anybody's mind who sees the fight. And that's the best effort that I can do for it is, if the fight goes 12, it goes 12, but it has to be every minute of every round. You just have to steal the show, and that's kind of the mindset I have going into the fight. So, I'm not gonna be concerned about, whatever else outside. The only thing I'm right is putting together a type of performance that's undeniable. And finally, my last question is obviously your stablemate Andre Ward. Andre Ward has made it clear that for him to go over to the UK, there has to be a lot of dollars involved. Has he given you pointers, and how does he feel about you going over there and you winning, and you possibly getting a Froch Groves fight over there again? We haven't spoke too much about it. We spoke to it when the fight was initially being rumored. We talked about fighting Degale. He felt the same way I did. He felt that was a great, a good fight for me. So, you know what I mean? And that's kind of where we left it at that.
Well, Brandon, I want to thank you. Oh, Vic, I thought you were done.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm sorry. I didn't hear you come on.
Yeah, I just want to thank you for taking out the time to give us this interview, brother. I wish you the best of luck. I'm definitely picking you in this fight. Now, listen. Some backstory on this show is I get a lot of hate from the UK fans. Even though we get a lot of love in terms of listens, They hate me. I just don't believe that the UK produces a lot of good fighters. I mean, they come once every solar eclipse in my eyes. So you got to go out there and prove me right, all right? You got to take care of this guy. But I will tell you that I think that he's good, and I believe you when you say that he feels that he won the Groves fight, because I do believe he won that Groves fight as well. I went back and watched that. But I feel that you can do it. I hope that you do a lot more than the Astuzian fight, so they can't. You don't leave it in the judge's hands. Is all I'm worried about.
Right. Yeah, they're all good at this level, man. They're all good. So I mean, and again, we learn from our past. So that's definitely what I've learned from going forward. So we're not gonna leave any doubt this time.
Well, I guess the only thing that I can tell you is in the words of your own trainer,
let those strong hands go, dog. Let those gifted hands go.
When you get to the UK, my friend.
I hear you. I appreciate it, guys.
All right.
All right now.